hope everybody enjoyed my video from last week. If you haven't seen it, it was my recap on John Lennon's 71st birthday bash at Strawberry Fields in Central Park. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do and let me know what you think. Were you there? What did you think if you were? If you weren't, did you do anything special to celebrate his birthday? I was at the bookstore last week and I picked up Mojo's November issue. And of course, when I saw George Harrison's face, I said to myself, have to get it, don't care. Again, he's scowling as usual. Wonderful scowler. I believe it's all about the documentary. It's kind of like, I think it's like a supplementary article. It's got some really good pictures in there, and it's got some anecdotes from people in George's life. Little snippets, stories about George. And what's really cool is they have this album guide that outlines each album that George produced on his own from Wonderwall Music, which I have never heard. That's gonna have to change. And then to Brainwashed in 2002, which I didn't even know existed. Apparently it was completed by Jeff Lynne and his son Danny. I have not had the opportunity to listen to all of his albums, but the ones that I enjoy the most are All Things Must Pass, of course, that's really great. Living in the Material World is very, very good. Very spiritual. Cloud 9 from 1987. It has really, really great songs on it, but the producing is kind of funny. Very 80s. I know the Traveling Mulberries are really, really great. I haven't gotten to listen to an album yet, but I have heard a few songs and they're phenomenal. Along with the magazine, you get a free CD called Harrison Covered. I've never heard of any of the people on the CD, probably because I don't live in the UK. Just haven't heard of them, and it's sad because I really, really like this CD. I wasn't expecting it because, you know, usually cover songs are mostly okay. I really recommend getting this. I'm getting the magazine if just for this. I think my favorite songs on this album are If I Needed Someone by Show of Hands. They have a really great Indian influence in the song. And the Webb sisters' I Need You. It's really cute. Give Me Love by Ron Sexsmith is great. Richie Havens' Here Comes the Sun. Jonathan Wilson featuring Graham Nash, Isn't It a Pity, is really great. Think for Yourself by Peter Bruntnell is really great too. I think this is a great way to introduce a younger group of people to George Harrison's music. And I applaud Mojo for doing this. This is really great. And lastly, I'm going to answer a question by one of the viewers. Would you date one of the Beatles? Being able to go on a date with one of them would have been phenomenal and wonderful and a dream come true. But if I were to expect anything more than a simple date, I think it takes a certain sort of person to be in a relationship with a guy like Paul, George, John, or Ringo. They have to be willing to put up with the sheer amount of craziness from fans and girls who want to throw their raws at the guys. They have to put up with ego. They have to put up with all the material crap. They have to constantly be in the limelight, whether they want it or not. So even though I'd like to believe that I would have it in me to go through all of that just for this guy that I love, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. Go on a date? Sure. Be their wife? Don't know. The fan in me says yes. The realist in me says not so much. And which one would I date? I like them all. I like every single one of them. Which one would I marry? Probably George. But Paul's a good husband too. He's proven that. Sometimes I'll walk into a bookstore and I'll see something in the corner of my eye, and when I go to look, oh, it's George Harrison and he's staring at me. Has that ever happened to you? Please tell me I'm not alone.